Well, hello and welcome back to Queerful Consideration. I'm your host JT, and we are back for a Dragons Fate draft. We're doing an 8-4 here. I had a little bit of fun actually last time getting to do this, and why not? Let's head back into this format, play around a little bit. I will probably also do another Modern Masters before that format completely ends, but let's see what we got. I've never actually gotten to play with Damnable Pact. Seems good. I wouldn't mind drawing 5 cards sometime. Also wouldn't mind fireballing somebody to death. A black fireball seems like a good thing. Witch Die Summons, very good. Twin Bolt, very good. Rocket Goat, very good. But yeah, you know what? I'll try the weird rare I've never used. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, the Dragon Hunter. Rocket Goat is also here. There's nothing that's keeping me in black. Youthful Scholar is a real card. 4 mana 2/2 that draws me 2. Seems pretty good. Do I want to be in some kind of a blue-black control-y shell? Or do I want to jump in for the second Rocket Goat? The second Rocket Goat seems pretty good. Try Youthful Scholar. Why not? You don't see too many of those either, and drawing cards has value. Let's try it. Let's do the blue-black deck that I believe our friend Pascal Maynard drafted in our last 8-4. Those of you who have watched the video know how that turned out. Spoiler alert. Go ahead and turn off your sound. We won that 8-4 with a very cool little red-white deck. So here we are, putting together the deck that we beat. Maybe. I have no idea. It's been a long week, people, so I am just going to play around and see what comes. Wow, Epic Confrontation is pretty late here. I do love me an Epic Confrontation. The Palace Familiar is quite good. The Hand of Silumgar is quite good. I am tempted to take the Palace Familiar here and continue towards some kind of a card drawy value flyers. Oh man. Well, I'm not getting any of the actual, and this green and white is wide open here. I'm not getting any of the actual exploit cards, but I am getting a ton of these little value sacrificing creatures. Updraft Elemental here. Do I take Updraft Elemental and stick, or do I say, my god, white is open? White and green are both wide open. Blue-green. There's not a whole lot of reward for doing so. I really don't like the Double Manifest card in Fate Reforged. I mean, to be fair, we can have as many of them as we want. Nobody else is going to ever draft that combo. But, yeah, wow. So much. I'm going to take the Updraft Elemental, say I'm going to be blue, and still wait on the rest of it. Stormcrag is huge. Nothing else here is particularly great. Self-Inflicted Wound is a fine sideboard card. Stormcrag Elemental being here is kind of a signal. I'll take the wound for now, though. I'll take the breath. Stay open. Beastbreaker coming this late is interesting. Reckless Imp is still a quality card I could take as well. Or I could take a Monument and try to go to some kind of wacky, drafting all the colors kind of decks. I think the Beastbreaker is just the best card by a ways. I'll take this Monument. I'm gonna see. This is weird. I'm feeling weird. Let's get weird. Screamreach Brawler is still a very quality card. I'm gonna take a negate here. Splashing Impact seems odd. That's not playable. Stormsinger's not where I want to be. Returning a non-land permanent I control. I could play that. in some world. Get extra value off an exploit if I manage to open some. It's interesting, we didn't see a single creature with exploit mechanics in this pack. And since our main value here is that we have 3 of the very exploitable creatures, I think I'm in a rough spot here. Alright, the Hand of Selimgar coming back around is very, very good. Glad to have him on board. If I end up in black, it'll be super useful. Mind Rat, a deck like this probably wants one. Never playing Glint. I just do not see a world in which I ever play Glint. Yep, that's a cool looking mountain. What was a weird pack 1? Probably should have been in green-white, especially with some of those great green cards coming back. My god. Is 5-color a thing in this set? Is 5-color really a thing in this set? Harbinger's huge, and it is going to eat my lunch. My options here are Spellfist or Flatten. I'm going to go ahead and take the Flatten. Harbinger on the double splash, huh? Nah, I'll take the Flatten. I want to have answers. Now, Dromoka's Command. That card might be actually worth some money. Let's find out. Alright. Goat bots. Come on. There we go. Nah, wrong set. Command. Yeah, Dromoka's is 2.6 ticks. So I think I'm probably going to take that regardless of what else is going on here, just because I am a value draft fiend. Swift Warkite's a fine card. Sarkhan's Rage is a fine card. Anticipate's okay. Butcher's Gleed's a fine trick. Now this thing's actually just worth more than anything else I could be taking right now. When I look at what the cost of a Fate Reforged pack is, it's 1.66 ticks. So this is like a pack and a half of Fate Reforged right there. Yeah. And that's sad. That is sad that it's worth a pack and a half of Fate Reforged. But, true story, it is what it is. Wow. Colligan's Command, 3.5. It's 2 full packs of Fate Reforged, if I'm correct. And clear search. Yeah. Man, that's bad. Alright, well, let's see what we get now. Dance the Skywise, I don't think that's really where I want to be. Sarkhan's Triumph, I can splash the Rage. I think I'm going to splash the Rage here. I've got a Colligan Monument that lets me splash, and it's a good reason to do it. Yeah. I like it. It's 5 to the face. I'll take it. Got some pretty good removal going here. Kind of removal-y. Interactive-ish. Foul Renewal. Well, that's just a bomb. The Survivalist is splashable in any deck. It's just good. But man, Foul Renewal. That card. X is the toughness, so I gotta pick up some big fatty tough guys. But that right there is a classic 2-for-1. Foul Tongue Invocation is fine removal. The Butcher is a fine exploit creature. I think, as much as I like the Invocation, I think the Butcher is actually going to be better for my deck. I need something that I'm doing with my exploitability. Vulture Haven is perfect. It's exactly what I want here. The Drowner is also good. Do I want the Drowner or the Aven? The Aven just draws me 2 cards. And is a flyer. I'm going to go with the Aven here. Butcher is fine. Let's go ahead and scoot this stuff down. Butcher, a second Butcher, or a Hand of Silumgar? I'm going to go with the second Butcher here. It's relevant removal. Coat with Venom is fine, is always going to make my deck. Ventmaw, Deceiver. Really don't have anything face down here, guys. This guy versus this guy. This guy versus this guy. You know what? I'll go ahead and do this. It's possible I can trade off the Marsh Hulk early and then bring it back with a Foul Renewal for some big plays. It's also nice because it gives me 3 drops that I can play early, and then it gives me late game as well. So, yeah, I'm okay with picking up a couple Marsh Hulks. I think that makes my deck better. Second Mind Rot or a Skywise. You know, Skywise could do something. I'm not attached to it. Pinion Feast has got to go. Hey, ho ho. That Pinion Feast has got to go. Alright. Shape the Sand. Somebody else can have it. I'll hack the Naturalize. I could pick up a multi-land in the next pack to make it easier to splash my Sarkhan's Rage. No, I feel like this is good. Got a Culligan Monument to help me splash it, which also turns into a dragon when I get big enough. So, Outpost Siege. Well, of all the cards that are actually worth anything in this set, this is one of the few. Or it was. Actually looks pretty far down. That's interesting. Find Outpost. No. Wrong set. JT, wrong set indeed. Fate Reforged. Outpost Siege. Less than a ticket. Okay, well that's going to influence my decision less than I thought. Break the Line's fine. Bloodfell Caves actually does something here. Does some work. Do I still just want that for my deck? Nothing else here is really doing me anything impressive. I'm going to take it just in case I can find more ways to splash. The Noxious Dragon is good. The Aven Surveyor is very good. Yeah. Fascination is not exactly great. Typhoid Rats is worthwhile. So do I play a Surveyor or a Dragon? 5-drop Bouncer would let me bounce my Butcher and replay it, bounce my Aven and replay it. You know, I'm just going to take the Dragon. 6 mana, 4/4 flyer, solid card. A second Fascination. Reach of Shadows, though. Reach of Shadows is actual removal. I like it. I'm into it. Put you over here in the removal pile. Dismal Backwater would be fine. Whisk Away would be fine. Right into Being would be fine. Dowsing Gloom, I believe, is just strictly better. I've got 12 creatures right now. Dowsing Gloom is pretty good. I'm going to take it. Tough to go wrong with more removal. I'll take out the Mind Rot for now. Jeskai Sage, Sweetwater Cliff, Sultai Emissary. Well, I've already got enough exploit fodder that actually is evasive, so I think I'm good there. I'm going to take this because it's going to let me splash my stuff. Yeah, it's going to let me splash my Siege, and my Sarkhan's Rage, and my Monument. If that black-red land comes back around, I'll be very, very happy. Okay, so we have a Vengeance, we have a Shockmaw, we have a Will of the Naga. The Disdain would also be fine. I don't think the Will of the Naga is really where we want to be right here. This guy is interesting. Put stuff in my graveyard, which I can then bring back with the Foul Renewal. Lets me manifest things. Basically makes my stuff resistant. Now, that being said, Shockmaw Dragon is a 4/4 flying dragon, but I don't think on the double splash I can have it. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Karsi High Priest. If nothing else, I can give it Death Touch. Right into Being is definitely more where I want to be here. Hooded Assassin, Skullkeeper, Weaponsmith. Ugh. Man, so bad. Nurturing. Sandblast. I'm gonna hack the Sandblast. What the hell is that doing there? Grave Strength. Maybe. Who knows? Fascination versus none of these cards do I want to play. Cunning Strike's not worth it to splash it. A second Fascination, the ability to splash green. Yeah, sure, I'll take a second Fascination. Alright guys, we're going to the mill deck. We've got double Fascination and Damnable Pact. We can do it. Whiskaway is actual removal. That's cool. Yeah, we're totally doing it. We're doing the mill deck. We're not doing it. Sibzig Host. Be a rough day when that makes my deck. Disdain could. Crew Shock, get out of here. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm in the right colors, but I've got playables. So let's see what we get to here in deck building. Alright, we're going to group creatures separately. I'm going to take you guys and put you down in the 3-drop slot. Statue. What do I have that's coming into play that's got abilities? Well, I could bounce my Aven. Or my Butchers. Or I can even bounce a manifested card that's a spell I really need. It's potential. I don't think Dance of the Skywise is going to do it. Do I just cut the splash? If I just cut the splash entirely, and I've got this. It's awkward. It's awkward, but you know, I've got a big flyer as my finisher. I've got some Marsh Hulks that are some late game. I have a little bit of value in card draw. I've got a little bit of exploit. I've got a big finisher in the Damnable Pact. I have a lot of removal. I think the Ojutai's Breath is a little bit out of place here in this deck. Then again, so is the Skywise. The nice thing about the Skywise is it does let me get in. If I I mean, okay, these things are all removal. This thing is functionally a creature. Negate is interesting, early removal. You know, I kind of like this deck. And I kind of like it just the way it is. I'm going to go ahead and run it. Self-Inflicted Wound is a sideboard card to keep in mind, as is Mind Rot. Grave Strength, I actually am running a significant number of creatures, so that can turn something into a real late-game threat. But, yeah. Well, 11-6 seems strong. Let's sort by converted mana cost, and no, let's sort by color. And And come on, groups. Yeah, my blue I still need it early, so let's balance that out a little bit. 9-8 seems fine. And yeah. Alright, this is exciting. I don't normally run decks like this. I'm much more a fan of the red, white, red, black, green, whatever, turn creature sideways kind of deck. So let's see if I can play with a little bit of restraint and subtlety. Take the control role in this one. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Queerful Consideration. I'm JT, and we're going to go into submission. Wait, that's not what I meant.